Hey guys, John here. Today we're going to be making a police siren, a sound effects tutorial in Vital. So this patch is relatively simple to construct. I did add some extra options to kind of make it a little bit more interesting here. So this is what this sounds like here. All right, so that's kind of the demonstration of this sound here. So I did add some extra macros here. So as you notice, there's the speed. So at the very bottom, it's that kind of slow siren sound. Let's put the location back to normal. As you increase this, it does go faster. Pretty self-explanatory. Then we have the location, so from left to right. So you can automate this knob if you kind of envision a siren going by left to right or something like that. And if you notice too, you also hear the reverb on the left channel when the right channel is selected. And vice versa. Also moving on from here, we also have the distance here. So kind of I wanted to push the siren a little bit away from you, so you can push the siren as far away from you as you'd like, or change the location, and that would sound like this. So let's have a siren on the left-hand side pretty far away from us. And we can bring it closer to us. So that's basically how the controls here work as well. How this patch is constructed, it's basically just a square wave here, down 1 octave, -4 for the fine tuning here. This LFO is going to modulate the pitch for 1 and 2, but I didn't necessarily like 2, so I left that one default. You can bring that back if you'd like to, but it's off right now as the default patch comes. I did experiment with doing left for the first one and right for the second one, but it seemed like the phase interaction didn't really sound right and focused, so that's kind of why that is off here. The unison is going to be one voice, and kind of the same thing. The more voices you add, the more phase problems and stuff you get into, so it's going to be one voice, and it's going to be at 20% here. And this LFO is basically the triangle shape with a little bit rounded tension handles and then brought up here just a little bit. Now, an important part of the pitch modulation, as you can see here, is this is going to be 48 for both of them, so a 2-octave span. And you can play it on different notes, so if you want to match it to your key of your song, you just press a different note. Or press whatever feels right to you. Now for the effects here, we're going to have a little bit of chorus, so 16 voices, that's quite a bit actually. The frequency is 4.121 seconds here. Feedback is going to be 52.90, mix 22.63. Depth of 1, 30.28, delay 1 is going to be down, or 0.976, delay 2, 7.627, and the cutoff is going to be down at 8.834, and the spread is at 1. The reverb here is kind of interesting because you do have to simulate a room for a siren or else it just doesn't sound right. So the low cut's 95.39, high cut 1478 hertz, the cutoff here 8.175, chorus amounts down, delay 0.025, mix 37.37, time 1.384, the size 64.98, and this is a value that you kind of maybe want to change depending on what you're fitting it in, how big of a room the siren's going to be in, so just kind of wanted to point that out as well. Chorus frequency down, I don't know why it's 0.003, but it should be down. Gain is at 0 here. And that's pretty much how this patch is made. There's nothing too special about it, but it's kind of cool to have a certain type of sound effect as a synth if you want to use it that way. The envelope, nothing special here. I brought the release quite down here, so it's really just a square here. So that's pretty much how this patch is made. If you like the patch, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want it for free, it's in the video description below to have it. So I'm sorry if you're listening to this in the car. That probably scared you, so my bad. See you in the next one.